Hello. It's good to see you. Today we're back with this diamond painting that I've been working on. I thought I would make some progress on it. I actually have not. It's been a busy week. I did flatten it a little bit. I put it under my mattress for a few days, and it really helped flatten it. So we have this cellophane. We just peel it back. Just fold it. And you can press it. You can press it down. It won't hurt it at all. Just press on it a little bit. And to help hold this back, I'm just going to put a t-shirt on it. I'm just going to lay this t-shirt here, and that's going to kind of help hold it down. Now we're only going to be working in this section here, the way I prefer to do it. Now some people like to go through and do all of one color and then come back and do all of another color. Personally, I like to just take one section and complete it, and then you just pull the cellophane down and do the next section. Now this particular diamond painting is not the entire surface. It's just mainly the unicorn and the dress. So this would be a good one to start with if you've never done one of these before. It's really easy. Now I think at this point we've moved to number 3. We've done all of 1 and 2. I always manage to find a few that I missed, but I can always go back and add them later. So I have my little compartments here with my different colors in them. And we're just going to take some of number 3. Always make sure you close it back. That way if it gets knocked over, hopefully it will stay closed and they won't go everywhere. Okay. Now here's your little applicator. It looks like a little pen, but there's a little piece of wax in there, and that makes it sticky so that you can grab the little diamonds. You see how sparkly they are? It's plastic. I mean, they're obviously not real diamonds, but they sparkle like little diamonds. They're little pieces of plastic. Now, they're very tiny, but there are little squares in here, and they each have a number. We're up to number 3, and we also have some number 4s in here, some 5s. Let's see, 4s and 5s. Down here we have some 6s and 7s around the eye. So, yeah, I just like to do all of the numbers in one section and then move on to the next section. But, you know, if you do diamond paintings, you just do whatever works for you. I find that I do a lot of things the way you're not supposed to. I don't care if it works for me, I'm going to do it that way. Now up here, I think this is the unicorn's ear. This is 6s and 7s right here. But we're working on number 3 right now. It's a light gray. Number 3. I have a little light board that I put under these things. But I find that when I'm doing a video like this, if I turn on the light board, it's too bright. I can make it super dim, but that kind of defeats the purpose. So when I do these videos, I just I don't use the light board. It really helps you see the numbers better, but that's all right. That's okay. Number 3. That's a 3 also. Put one there. Okay. And these little diamonds have a top and an underside, and you have to make sure you have them turned the right way. Now these little trays have channels. So when you shake it, the little diamonds kind of line up. You can see it better when it's not so full. But it helps to get the diamonds where you need them to be. And you can tell the ones that are right side up because the bottom is flat and the top is kind of domed. It's kind of rounded. So you know which ones are right side up. Get out of there. And one tried to hitch a ride and go with that one. Okay. This is a fun thing to do if you have a rainy day or you just want something that you can work on every now and then. Although I don't recommend trying to do it around cats, especially if you have an inquisitive kitty. They can get into it. Now, Olive, our little kitten, she's not so little anymore. She's almost as big as my other two cats that are 4 years old. I think she may end up being bigger than them. I don't know. She's growing very fast. Olive is the most curious cat. She wants to be right in the middle of whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter. She wants to be right there so she can see what's going on. She's very curious. And no matter where I am in the house, she wants to be right there so she can see what I'm doing. One of her favorite things is laundry. She thinks laundry is fascinating. She loves to watch running water. She doesn't want to touch it. She just likes to watch running water. That's 3. It's hard to tell the difference. The colors are very close. But when we get done, it'll show better. Yeah, she loves it when I start a load of clothes. I will leave the top. I have a top loading washer because I don't like the front loaders. I am not a fan of those things. I don't really know why, I just don't like them. So I have a top loading washer. She loves to sit on the dryer and watch the water run into the washer. She thinks that is the most fascinating thing. She'll come get me if I don't leave it open for her to watch. She'll sit there on the dryer and holler until I come over there and open it so she can see the water. She's funny. She also has a little perch where she'll sit and watch me wash dishes. She wants to be where she can see the water running. She's funny. Yeah. So there is no way I could do this around her. Oh, she's adorable, but she's also very destructive. She doesn't mean to be. She just stomps into the middle of whatever you're doing like an adorable little Godzilla and just kind of knocks everything over. She tries to help me brush my teeth. She'll get up on the bathroom on the counter in there and knock everything over because she's just pacing back and forth and talking to me. And she just proceeds to knock everything down. I've gotten to where I can't even have her in the room when I brush my teeth because I got tired of picking everything up. So I've had to ban her from the bathroom while I brush my teeth. She doesn't like that. She sits outside of the door and just howls. She sounds so sad. She knows there's something interesting going on and she wants to be part of it. She's funny. Evie and Pumpkin. They tolerate her. I don't think they like her very much. Oh gosh, we gave the cats some catnip. Evie just kind of rolls around in it and goes to sleep. Pumpkin does this funny thing where her back twitches whenever she smells catnip. It is the funniest thing. I need to get a video of it. It's really crazy. Her back does this weird, twitchy, ripply movement. It's really crazy. And Olive, oh my goodness, we don't give her catnip very often because she goes crazy. She goes absolutely insane when you give her catnip. Oh, she's all over the place. She starts trying to bite her own tail, and she's flipping all around and rolling around on the floor and just wild-eyed. Sometimes she gets so worked up her tail puffs up. She goes crazy with catnip. So I don't give it to her very often. Well, we're filling it in. Now we have a lot of 3s over here. Every now and then you have to shake the tray to get some upright. We have, okay, all these are 4s. There's a 3 right there. Oops. There's a 3 right there. Okay. All these are 4s and some 5s right there. These are 5s, 4s. And then we have to come over this way. We have a lot of 3s over there. There's a 3. There's 1. Yeah, it's never boring around here. See, I now work exclusively from home. I kind of miss going to an office. Not because I miss the people. I mean, the people there were nice at my old job. They were nice, but the thing I liked about it was I worked basically by myself. I had an office. I could go in there and shut the door and work completely uninterrupted. It was glorious. Oh, I could get so much done. I never got interrupted. See, the office where I worked, the people I worked with were in other offices. They were not here. They were elsewhere. So, yeah, we communicated mainly by phone or email. And I never saw them. So, yeah. But now, working at home, I am constantly interrupted. I mean, literally, like every 10 minutes, I'm interrupted by a kid or a cat. And some kind of shenanigans going on all day long. It never stops. So, because, you know, they're still doing online school. And we found out today they're going to do it even longer than they originally planned. So, my kids are here all day. I'm here all day. And we, you know, my little office is set up in the corner of the kitchen because I felt it was the best place to do it. So whenever a kid comes in there to get something to eat, they want to stop and chat. It doesn't matter how many times I tell them, just pretend I'm not here. Pretend I'm at work, because I am. I am working. It's not that I don't want to talk to you, but not while I'm working. No, it doesn't matter. They do it anyway. They always have something to tell me. And I kind of enjoy it because one day they'll be gone and busy with their own lives, and they won't be hanging out in my kitchen anymore and going to miss that. But you got to let them grow up. It's part of life. So I just try to enjoy it now. But it is kind of annoying when they interrupt me. And I'm right in the middle of something that I really need to concentrate on. Yeah, that's a little annoying. And I totally lose my train of thought. Oh well. It'll pass. It'll get better. It can't rain every day. 3. I have to remind myself every now and then which number I'm looking for. Number 3. See, they're coded. Oh, there's a 2. I missed a 2. Well, we'll get it later. They're all color-coded, and each number is a certain set of diamonds. We started out with white, and we're slowly working our way down. They get darker as you go. This is kind of a light gray. Where was that 2? I don't want to put a 3 in there. Of course, I don't guess it doesn't matter that much, but still, 3 right there. So I hope you're having a good week wherever you are. It's been a busy one for me. But the weather here is beautiful, I have to say. I've missed most of it. I've spent most of it inside. I haven't been able to get out and enjoy this beautiful weather we're having this week. Oh well. Maybe tomorrow I can get out and enjoy it some. We'll see. Number 3 right there. We have a lot of 4s. Oh, there are some 5s too. Yeah, I'll try to make some progress on this before we come back to it. I want to get on down to her dress. I want to do that. But right now, we're working on this beautiful unicorn's mane. Well, there's another 2. Of course, I didn't get these too thoroughly down here, did I? No, I did not. So, I mean, I've gone down this way a little bit, but this is kind of the general line, although my paper got a little crooked, didn't it? My cellophane did. That's okay. We'll keep it here, like this is our section here, and then we'll move down a little bit. See, and the deal with these is the areas that you put the diamonds is very sticky. It has an adhesive. That's why you want to keep it covered with this cellophane. That keeps dust and dirt and pet hair off of it. I have cat hair on everything. Yeah, it will help keep it off. But now we can actually go and fill in these 4s. Now I had a 2. Let's see, was there a 2 over here? I believe there was. Didn't I miss a 2 over here somewhere? Yeah, oh, here is a 2 and there. So what we can do is put these back. These are 3s. We're going to need them again later. Not right now. We can get, oops, there's one. We can get 2 of the number 2 diamonds and pop those in there right quick. Just 2. Whoops, God, I got like 5. They're so small. It's hard to hold on to these things. They're little bitty. Look at them. Okay. I think there were only 2 that I needed. There's 1. Gotta turn it right side up. Go right side up. There we go. Okay, and the other one was here. There. Okay. Now we're going to move on to number 4. And you can kind of see the colors in here. Now we have a total of 12 colors. And you have your little color code, your little chart over here to show you the color and the number. Or no, sorry. These are the numbers here. And this is what they correspond to. These were the numbers on the little packets of diamonds. And this is what they look like on the chart. But now we're up to number 4. I would call that like a battleship gray. Makes me think of the North Carolina. I went to see that in Wilmington. The first time I went to see it, I was little. I was a little kid. And I remember it was really hot. And I got bored. I have one picture of me on the ship when I was 4. I looked like I wanted to die. I looked like I was having the worst day. Oh well. I have been back since then. I went there with my older son when he was little. I don't think I've taken my younger son to see it. It's a battleship. And I lived in Wilmington for 4 years and never once went to see it. I was busy though. I was going to school full time. I was a research assistant and I also worked about 30 hours a week. So I was kind of busy. I was just minutes from the beach. I almost never went. Didn't have time. And when I had free time, I just wanted to sleep. I was so exhausted all the time. I almost never went to the beach. I kind of got tired of it after a while, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. I like the beach, but it gets old after a while. I did get to see it snow on the beach. I was at Wrightsville Beach in the winter. That was cool. I endured several hurricanes while I lived there. You could have a foot of water on the road and my manager would call me at home. You coming in, right? You gonna be here? If my little car can get through the water, I guess I will. I couldn't afford to not work. I needed the money. Those were the days. These stand out more, definitely. And when we get into these darker colors, it's going to stand out even more than these do. That's a 4. That's a 4. There's a 4 right there. And then out here, if you look at the horn, there's some 4s on the horn, too. It sounds like a helicopter's taking off outside of my house, but it's a motorcycle miles away from here. Sounds like a dang helicopter. I don't know why anybody would want anything that noisy. I don't think they got hugged enough as a kid or something. I don't know. They're just subconsciously wanting people to notice them. Like, look at me. Please look at me. I don't know. What else has happened? I don't know. I've been busy with work, but thankfully a lot of other stuff has been quiet in my life. It's been pretty good. I think both of my kids are tired of online school. Even my 15-year-old, who's about as antisocial as they get, even he wants to go back to school. Yeah, he said, I never thought I'd say this, but I actually miss going to school. I'm teaching him to drive a stick shift. Y'all need to feel sorry for me. No, he's actually doing pretty well. I took him out to the giant parking lot. If y'all are familiar with High Point, you remember Oak Hollow Mall? I took him out to that great big parking lot. There's a Dillard's clearance center there, and that's the only thing open in it now. It's owned by High Point University now. It used to be this big mall. I remember when it opened, oh, it was a big deal. I remember hearing commercials on the radio about Oak Hollow Mall. Grand opening. Oh, it was a big hoorah when that mall opened. It's been empty now, except for that Dillard's clearance center. It's been empty for years. And then High Point University bought it. High Point University is slowly buying up all of High Point. After a while, the whole city is just going to be High Point University. So anyway, I've been going out there with him when we can and letting him drive. The hardest part, if you don't know how to drive a stick, and this was the hardest part for me, was starting and stopping without choking down. That was the hardest part. After I got going, I was alright. I could change gears usually without grinding them too much. I have my dad's old Nissan pickup truck that I bought from him, and it's a 5-speed, so I'm teaching him to drive that. And he hates it. But he's getting better. I mean, he just hates it. I know it's frustrating, and he's mad because it's taken a while to learn. But we've only done it a few times. I mean, he's too hard on himself. I said, you know, it took me quite a while to learn. My brother taught me how to drive a stick. And I was nervous too. This was back in 1990. And he had just bought a Nissan Pulsar. It was brand new. And it was a 5-speed. And I was so afraid I was going to tear it up. His brand new car. He was so patient though. He worked with me and taught me how to drive it. But then I didn't drive another stick for, let's see, 2 years after that. Then I bought a stick because I had a Fiero and it was a terrible car. It was an automatic and it died on me the night I graduated high school. I told the car, I made a deal with it. I said, look, because it was a lemon, it was constantly breaking down. I said, look, car, if you get me through high school, I will never ask anything else of you. And it literally died the night I graduated. I left the graduation, pulled into a parking lot at McDonald's, turned the car off, and it never started again. Had to get it towed back to the house. Fortunately, I was able to sell it for what I still owed my mother for it. I still owed her $700 on that car, and I was able to sell it for $700. So I broke even. I paid off my debt. Unfortunately, that left me with no car. So my freshman year of college, I didn't have a car. And I got a job after my freshman year in a factory working 6 days a week. Saved up enough for a down payment on a car. That's what I got. My first Sentra, and it was a 5-speed. And I was a little rusty on driving a stick, but I got the hang of it pretty quickly. And I drove a stick for 19 years. I drove that red Sentra for 17 of those 19 years, put 329,000 miles on it. Those are 3s, that's 4. And then I bought another Sentra, and that was a stick. Yeah, I don't miss driving sticks all the time, but I can drive them with no problem. So now I'm teaching my son. So I think everybody ought to learn how to drive one. I'm serious. Everybody needs to know how to. You never know when you're going to need to drive one. It's a good skill to have. Yeah, I'm hoping to get out there early on a weekend morning sometime. It won't be this weekend, but sometime. Where he can drive. You know, that big parking lot has kind of a road around it. If you're familiar with that area. There's that Target over there. I've made videos in that Target. And then you go on down a ways, and there's a McDonald's down there. But I'm thinking if we could get out there early, like on a Sunday morning or something, I bet there wouldn't really be any traffic at all, and he could practice, you know, getting up speed and changing gears and starting and stopping more. Because just driving around in the parking lot, you can't really get up a lot of speed. But he's too nervous to get out on the road yet. He doesn't feel comfortable enough, so he wants a little bit more practice before we get out on the road. So that's understandable. Like I said, we've only done it a few times. So he'll get there. He's actually doing better than I did. With no more practice than he's had. He's actually doing really well. I told him that, but he's so critical. He's so critical of himself. Like he's always thinking he should be able to do better, and I don't know. I think he's doing great. I remember the first time I took him out. It was the first time he had ever driven a stick, and he got his learner's permit earlier this year. And it's the first time he'd ever driven a stick. And he got so frustrated. At this one point, he stopped the truck and he cut it off. He said, "It's like there are 100 pedals in this floorboard. I don't know where to put my feet." It's not funny because he was so mad. He was so frustrated. I remember feeling the same way. But yeah, we'll get there. But y'all keep your fingers crossed that we don't wreck. Oh, he'll be fine. He's not going to wreck. He does very well. Although I did get a bumper sticker to put on the back. Well, it's like a magnetic thing that you can stick on there that says, "I'm learning to drive stick shift. Please stay the heck away." So I thought it would come in handy, like if we're at a stoplight and he chokes down 2 or 3 times and can't get it started. Maybe people will be patient. Around here, probably not, but maybe people will be a little bit more understanding. Plus, if he stopped on a hill, they may not want to get too close to the back of the truck. Okay, we've done most of number 4. I kind of went down here a little bit. Yeah. I like the way they feel when you get a bunch of them on there. I don't know. I just like that. Okay. Now you always want to make sure you put your diamonds up, because there have been times that I have left some sitting out thinking I'll come back to it, and I come back and look at them and I can't remember which one of these it was, and it could be super close to one of the other ones. So always put your diamonds up, plus it could get knocked over. So it's a good idea to just put everything away. It just takes a minute. Make sure everything's put up. See, I have those. We have these. It's a pretty blue right there. And we have these. So we have a lot of colors. Oh, these blues, these are her dress. So, and I think we have some darker colors in there too. I like these because they're not all attached. You can just work with 4 at a time. You don't have to pick up all of them. I got these on Amazon. They're really great. And they come in a little storage box too. I'll show you what the picture looks like. It's so pretty. I'm going to fold this back up. I'm going to just put it back over. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's going to look so good. So see, we're going to be doing all this. Oh, let's see. We won't be doing her hair or any of that. That's not part of it. And we won't be doing any of this, just the dress and the unicorn there. So yeah, it's a cool picture. I really like it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you again really soon.